My name is Esther Vidic, and I'm your designated spiritual life, therapeutic art life, and trauma informed coach. And in today's recording, I would like to talk to you about some unpopular truths or unpopular opinions when it comes to self development. I have put together a list of 10 things, so let's dive in, shall we? Number one, self care isn't just about me time or bubble baths or skincare routines or meditation or yoga. Because sometimes self care is about making decisions about the direction of our lives or setting boundaries or learning to let go of people, places, or circumstances that no longer serve us. And it can be about making friends with facts. Number two, stop glorifying busy. And what I mean by that is this: feeling the need to be constantly busy and productive, to feel that we are worthy, can be a trauma response. And it can lead to serious consequences like feeling numb at the end of the day in a dorsal vagal shutdown, feeling disconnected and burnt out. Number three, things don't always have to be fine and dandy, meaning that toxic positivity isn't a good thing because it can sabotage us to face what we need to deal with deeper issues that we might need to deal with, and essentially it hinders our growth. Number four, self love isn't just rainbows and unicorns. Loving ourselves can be hard, and loving ourselves is a process. And as such, it can be complicated. Deeply, fully, and completely accepting, forgiving, and embracing and loving ourselves is a lifelong journey for most of us. And we should absolutely practice the art of small steps without rushing anything. So think about that. Number five, stop obsessing about goals and goal setting. And I tell you why. When we set a goal, it doesn't mean we are actually doing the right thing by ourselves. What I mean by this is this. We can set a goal and never reach it because our focus is on reaching the goal that we are so desperate to get to, instead of focusing on developing processes in our lives and habits that essentially make us more successful, so to speak. So remember that also as we change via developing life affirming habits and we make better choices for ourselves, the goalpost might move a little bit every time. So, look, set goals for yourselves by all means, but remember that our success greatly depends on our attitudes and our habits and our everyday choices. Number six, mindfulness is not magic, meaning that mindfulness can be your greatest weapon against self sabotage, and it can be your greatest tool to help you stay grounded and live a more embodied and empowered life while you're learning to be more and more present. But it is not a one fits all silver bullet practice. It isn't. So remember that it might take some time for you to find the right modalities. And remember that mindfulness is all about the small, consistent, everyday practices that we make our own. Number 7, be aware of self help crazes and gurus. Self help can be all empowering, but it can also be hindering or even downright harmful. So make sure that you fully understand who the person you are taking advice from is, and make sure that you research the concepts you wish to adopt so you can protect yourself. There are way too many false prophets, so to speak, out there who are selling products and ideas and workshops and whatnot. So just make sure that what you're learning and adopting and you're making your own really comes from a genuinely authentic place backed up by experience and wisdom. Number 8, it's not a competition, but it is a good comparison. And what I mean by this is comparing ourselves to others can be very damaging. But comparing ourselves to others who've been where we are at and achieve what we wish to achieve can be empowering. Because what we are comparing is their practices and their habits and their mindsets. And we compare ours to that, and that can really help us improve our habits, and it can help us make better choices so we can get there. We can get where we want to be in an efficient and sustainable way. Number 9, stopping to take a breather isn't hindrance, it's empowering. When you are tired, learn to rest. If you learn to rest, you won't quit because you allow yourself to recharge. Constantly pushing ourselves without rest, without celebrating our small steps and our small achievements along the way isn't healthy. You don't have to wait to celebrate in a meaningful way until you reach that desired state, that end goal. Remember to celebrate yourself, to give yourself a break, to take time to recharge and refocus if you need to, so you can get there and you can find joy in the process while you're working towards that big dream or that big goal that you have. Number 10, self-awareness or self-criticism. Know the difference. So self-awareness is important and it is empowering. However, it is only that when it comes from a genuine place. Overanalyzing everything we think, everything we feel, say, or do can lead to inaction, self doubt, and procrastination. So be aware that to grow and to evolve, you have to give these things up, but instead learn to reflect and learn to make better choices next time without going hard on yourself. So I hope you found today's recording empowering and educational. And I hope there was something in there for you to take away and to reflect upon, perhaps. So please remember, if you enjoy this recording, to like, subscribe, and feel free to share. Share with someone who's also on their journey. And I'll leave you with all of this for now, but I hope to see you next time.